Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our fans. This is Arun Sriram from Toast the Toss. I would be the host for this show, and joining me today in one more episode on our IPL review would be the finalists today are Bidhu Das, Sanskar Gupta, and Aditya. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. How has the last 3 4 days been? Has it been LSG's time under the sun, Bidhu?
Yes, I think being an Rajasthan fan, if any team has excited me in the last week, has been Lucknow Super Giants. It started off with KL Rahul not being captaining in a match, to finding a new name in Mayank Yadav, to actually winning few matches on the back of a few new players. So I think I was quite enjoying the performance of Lucknow Super Giants and their road last week.
Super. Aditya, how excited are you about Mayank Yadav? Are you one of those guys who's been like, okay, why is he not on the flight to Caribbean yet? Shouldn't he be in Barbados today? What's he doing in the IPL? Or are you like, relax, guys? We have seen in Umrah Malik in the last 3 4 years. So let's hold our horses. Which camp are you in?
See, there's something visceral about watching pace. So it's definitely exciting. But at the same time, we've had quite a lot of experiences in Munaf Patel was quite fast when he came on. Then he told them line, length and all that, and he lost pace. I think it was Dale Steyn. One of those have said you can teach line, length, everything, but you cannot teach pace. So I'm very excited about Mayank Yadav, very exciting prospect. Keep in mind, he's played only one first-class game. So managing workload is going to be very crucial. 4 overs T20 game, I hope even LSG sort of don't play him all the games because he has to recover and travel and all of that. A lot of things comes along playing with IPL. But yeah, it's exciting to see an Indian fast bowler making 2 Western Australian batsmen jump around for pace. That's something money can't buy.
That's true. That's so true. And Sanskar, was Sunday the day of upsets for you? DC winning over Chennai Super Kings and GT winning over SRH. I don't think that is as much of an upset, but at least the Chennai. How was your Sunday?
As far as my predictions were concerned, yeah, it was a day of upsets, but I don't know. The Indian in me was really, really happy on Sunday because, like I had said, I would want Gujarat to show the loud side of Ahmedabad to Travis Head and Pat Cummins, and exactly that's what happened. So a part of me was happy there. And following up to the next game, I was really rooting for the likes of Prithvi Shaw and Rishabh Pant to deliver, and they did just that. Khalil too, out of nowhere, gave an excellent spell in my opinion. So that Indian under 19 contingent of 2016, 2018 are finally showing glimpses of what they promised 6, 7 years ago. So as far as looking from India's perspective, it was a good day for me. But yeah, and also not to forget our very own Thala MS Dhoni turning back the clock and playing that knock. Maybe it was a dead rubber in context of the game, but I thought definitely gave his team, himself, and the fans a lot of reassurance and a lot of value. So a good cricket day indeed for me. I have no complaints for Sunday, even though my predictions didn't go in my favor. I thought it was a great day.
Okay, Bidhu wants to add something out on this.
So that match, Delhi Capitals and Chennai Super Kings, was actually good for two kinds of fans. One is the younger fans who grew up with Rishabh Pant, and it was an emotional journey for Pant, and everybody wanted him to come back to some sort of form, and also his team to win. I think that went in their favor. And regarding MS Dhoni's innings, yes, it was complete nostalgia. It was happening in Visakhapatnam. But what will actually happen now is the teams who are facing Chennai Super Kings, they know there's a batsman coming in at number 8. Now he is right now in form. In the last 2 years, he was not in the best of forms. Now he has shown that he has the form. So the entire management of which bowler should bowl at the death, which bowler should be saved for Dhoni, is going to keep the captains of the opposition team guessing.
Aditya, is that the most overrated innings in IPL for the last 4 or 5 years? Here was a guy who could have gotten out in the second ball, holding out to deep point or backward point, and he played in a situation where there was nothing to lose. So it was a net session. There's no strategy of taking it till the end, etc., because he came in the end. And to be very honest, this is what Dinesh Karthik did throughout 2022. And here is a 3 over blitzkrieg, and people are going gaga. Operation success, patient dead. People were dancing in the aisles. If somebody was to just show that clip, they would have thought Chennai Super Kings stumped Delhi that night. What's wrong with us?
So when a young kid is walking for the first time, you get very excited. And then when the kid grows older, walking is not as exciting anymore. And when the kid is old and he's a granddad, and if you have the capacity in the lungs to blow out a candle, you're very excited. It's something like that with Dhoni. We've heard all these memes, no knee, ek knee, and all of that. So the very fact that he's been able to walk onto the wicket and be able to play cricket at that age, I think that's what the fans were celebrating, including myself. I know it didn't have any bearing on the result. Jadeja made sure of that. He could have taken little inspiration from Dhoni to have gone a little harder. But as Bidhu was saying, I don't know if it'll change other teams' strategy, to be honest. Dhoni is going to play down the order, and at best, if he pulls off another innings like this, and even after the match, I saw videos where he was limping around, and I don't know how he's going to recover. I don't think he'll promote him. I saw some experts saying, "Oh, Dhoni should come out to bat at number 5." It's like, no, yeah, he's retirement age. 9 to 5, he'll clock and log. That's all. He's not going to exceed expectation rating and all. He doesn't want.
I don't know if
TCS
is sponsoring CSK for them to get to this 9 to 5 rigor, Aditya. But nevertheless, since you mentioned candle, they normally say that the candle burns the brightest before it goes off. Perhaps it is that kind of sunset innings for Dhoni where he can walk off with a lot of respect and say, "Oh my God, maybe you should have continued," because there were definitely noises as to, "Are you sure? Is he sure? Are we sure in totality?" But be it where it may, RCB continues its terrific form. Sanskar Gupta, let's talk about their phenomenal performance at Chinnaswamy Stadium yesterday. The batsman played the ball 2 years after the ball passed the bat. How cool was that to watch?
After the RCB KKR game, I thought RCB must have decided to, distract their mind from that terrible loss. So I thought they played Uno. And Uno May, I thought the very recurrent card was Uno reverse for them. And I think that's what happened to them yesterday. It's normally that their bowling is the one which lets them down. But yesterday, we saw the reverse of that. It's bowling which actually showed a little bit of grace. I thought they bowled pretty well. Yes, there were those 20 runs over in a couple of occasions, but I thought they bowled pretty well. I thought they did a good job restricting LHG to 180, but the batting, this has been the story of RCB for as long as I can remember. They never play as a unit. It's been one department which plays, but the other department just uh, becomes the party pooper for the other
I
department.
kind of disagree,
on yesterday,
Sanskar, because I think it's a team game. So why should bowling suffer all the time? Sometimes the batsman should also play and say, we are as bad as you are.
So-
Don't worry, we are a team. Yeah.
I mean, you would back to chase 180 with a batting lineup which consists of Kohli, Faf, Maxwell, Duplessis. Sorry,
Green.
Cameron Green, Rajat, and then Arun, Anuj Rawat and DK with the glimpses of form that they've shown.
Lomro,
So
Siraj.
it's natural to feel like that.
Yeah.
It is natural to feel a little upset with the type of
Yeah.
performance that they have.
I understand.
Pretty gettable target. I thought they were a bit reckless in the first 3 to 5 overs, and that's when the entire game got decided.
Yeah, true. I think they thought they were playing Rangana Herat or some kind of a spinner when they were playing Manimal Siddharth and Krunal Pandya. But well done. RCB does RCB things. Apparently, LSG put out a very cute post on one of their platforms saying E 2 points someday. Okay, so they went right back at RCB. Exactly, Sanskar. That's where social media is getting. And talking about social media, isn't there a respite for poor Hardik Pandya? It's no longer just social media and other venues in India. But this question is for Bidhu. Again, Bidhu, what's wrong with the fans? Why would they pay money to go to a stadium to their own captain? How much money does the Indian economy have right now? Are we in an India shining mode where people have sufficient money to buy tickets to go and boo their
Yeah, it's hard to answer. I mean, as someone who has watched cricket, we know these things happen, and it's nothing much. So the thing is, it's just a perception of a misdeed which fans have attached to Hardik Pandya. As a cricketer, if you just see, there are three things which Hardik Pandya could have done. He could have built his credibility. He could have shown he has potential, and he could have come with a track record if he is pitching to some other franchisee. Nobody can question his credibility. If he is fit, he can. He is one of the dangerous batsmen, and he does ball effective overs. He has a track record with Gujarat Titans of winning and being runners-up, and he is still 30. So he has three to four good prime cricketing years ahead of the next year's auction. So in that respect, it was management decision. Now coming to the fans is just the concept of tipping point, which we know that if there is 70-75% narrative in one direction, there will be 20-25% more people attached to that noise without going to the gist of it. But I think Mumbai, look, I was watching from the other's perspective. Like you asked Sanskar about RCB, I'm not going to comment about RCB because RCB is playing Rajasthan next. So I'll just not talk about RCB today. Same, I was not in the perspective of Mumbai Indians, but I was just happy that Rajasthan went to Mumbai and again made one of their decision question, like why did they leave out Trent Bolt when he was in such prime form? And he just showed how effective he can be in that Wankhede pitch when a bowler, terrific bowler at power play, gets a chance to ball in a pitch which is good in the initial part of the night.
right? So I think one master stroke that the Ambanis have done is by appointing Hardik Pandya. They have got fan bases of other teams now supporting MI more than the MI Pulton itself has. So they have kind of got a 9x fan base increase because of this move. Everyone else is, sympathizing with Hardik Pandya. Give him some chance. Let them come back. Oh my God, it's a great team. They can't be in the bottom of the table for long. The amount of support Hardik Pandya has garnered everywhere except South Mumbai is remarkable. I think that's the masterstroke from Jamnagar. And I saw some other channel where they said that the team has been sent on an offsite in Jamnagar, the most adventurous places on earth for them to regroup. I think they are going to get some very sweet messages through the plates that they're going to eat from and through the ears they're going to hear from their masters and madam and all of that. So let's hope that we have a good IPL and they come back a resilient Mumbai Indians is such an asset to IPL, and that really sends down shudders everywhere. Let's hope for that. Aditya, any surprises from SRH? Did you expect them to come back? I mean, continue their momentum, or it was a flash in the pan, and Kavya's smile cannot last more than 48 hours at any point in time?
I think Kavya has won 2 titles in South Africa, and that's the way any South African team is going to win a trophy, conduct a tournament within their own country, and some South African team will win because in international tournaments they're not going to win. But with SRH, see, I think they have a solid team. There's this term which we use in local gully cricket called self-sunyam, which means you do puja for yourself.
Yeah.
For yourself. So I have full confidence in the SRH management that they'll do something to mess it up for themselves. If last game they have struck a balance. And coming to RCB, I don't know why they dropped Vaishak Vijay Kumar. Somebody was saying, "Arey, he didn't get the quota. 4 overs, you have to give 40 runs. You gave only 24 runs, so you can't play the next game." Something like that they will do. They'll change the batting order. They'll put Klaasen up top. If they don't do any of that and stick to their guns, I think they have a decent team. And
Yeah, three teams, or rather two teams that are really surprising us with respect to the selections is, of course, RCB. There's clamoring for Will Jacks to be included, Vaishak Vijay Kumar, Akashdeep to be getting back, have a complete Indian pace battery, or in fact, even including spin, except for a part-timer Maxwell and Green. Mumbai Indians, most surprising that Akash Madhwal is a bowler. They are yet to realize that Nehal Vadera is a batter. And they seem to have forgotten that they have an all-rounder in Nabi, that they want to invest in young South African talent like Mafaka and Brevis in their team, rather than go with at least proven foreign players or scouting the Indian players and giving backing, right? Namandir instead of Vadera, or even Vishnu Vinod for that matter. There are people who stood up for MI when the seniors weren't there. Namandir, not much of a issue, because what I read recently, Surya Kumar Yadav is fit enough to play Delhi Capitals coming Sunday. If that happens, that's great. So Namandir in place of the other two, that's fine. We may perhaps have a super sub. Leaving out Mohammad Nabi, and it just beats our imagination for sure. Sanskar, I'll give it to you. Tell me, why should Nabi not be playing for Mumbai Indians?
Um, it's a very valid question, and unavailability of Navi and the likes of Madhwal and Vadera. But I think the the only rational mindset that I can possibly think of, because again, I haven't really followed a lot of Mumbai Indians, barring the Pandya controversy, is I guess maybe something to do with the team composition, maybe something to do with them not going for an off spinner who can go for the plenty in a track like Wankhede or wherever they played, because I believe they played in, where did they start off the first game?
Sorry?
Not sure. I have to- where did they play the first two games other than one?
Good question. I have no.
They played one in Vizag. They played one in that was no. I think
They didn't play in
Was the-
Vizag. Doesn't matter. They played Hyderabad against SRH, right? So that was one of the matches,
Yeah,
right? And perhaps the first one was, did they play KKR first? I'm not sure. It's been just too many matches.
but
Now, the point is, it's like a weekly status meeting where the guy who is absent has the most amount of action items and the reason for everything that got missed out in the previous week. Mumbai Indians has a Nabi, it has a Nuwan Tushara, they have Nehal Vadera, they had Akash Madhwal. People outside and sitting and warming the bed seem to be the first 11. And people on the ground look like those college students giving proxy for other last benches. It just didn't add up as a team. God knows what is the politics, what are the divisions, if there are any. I again reiterate, I really hope MI gets its act together for the power that IPL could be when we have a strong Mumbai Indians. Of course, we need a good runner-up when CSK is playing, but we would prefer that to be Mumbai Indians. As a very neutral IPL fan, as I can tell you, that it's a tournament where people vie to be the runner-up to CSK. Anyway, any thoughts for the week ahead, guys? Anything that you want, what you're looking forward to in the next 1 week of IPL action while we wind this up?
Yeah, I think Mumbai, to your question, Arun, I think they are MGR and Rajinikanth fans. You have to take the first 3 hits and then only you have to give it back. So,
Yeah.
but I hope they get their team structure sorted. They are a good team. Sky, I don't know how fit he is. I don't know if he was threatened to getting into fit or if he's actually fit. If he's actually fit, good. I mean, and he can definitely solve the top order problem a little bit. Rohit Sharma, captaincy aside, I don't think he has scored runs in this format for a while. For MI, definitely. If he's not going to score, do you sit him out, or should he change his tack and just do what he did in the World Cup? Just go out, go bonkers, maybe score an 8-ball 30, which will just give that fillip to the innings. And it's sad to see a guy like Bumrah. It seems like he's not even having the will to try. Somewhere that energy is just lacking. He's coming, he's bowling. Of course, it's Bumrah, but bowling, I'm
He would do
going.
that in his sleep as well, the way he's going. Like you rightly said, the body language, the energy is not coming through or oozing. And I think the test for Sky for fitness would have been somebody would have gone with a stick to the NCA and he would have started to run. And they would be like, okay, you're fit enough now, just get going. Right? Something like a welcome movie scene it would have been. So that's what I think. Sanskar, what are you looking forward to?
I wanna see. Um, so we have Gujarat and Punjab lined up for tomorrow. Hyderabad and Chennai lined up on. So that's gonna be an interesting contest on Friday. Hyderabad and CSK, and then you have RR and RCB. Hopefully their home disadvantage is less than Bangalore. I want to see how they do in Jaipur. And then you have Mumbai and DC. If Mumbai can sort of get their act together and finally put up a show. And then I think the Sunday 8 p.m. game is going to be LSG and Gujarat. That's another interesting game with perspective of the sensational bowler Mayank Yadav. I want to see him. How is the Gujarat's batting gonna line up against a young bowler? And again, Gujarat's batting is also relatively young with the likes of Gill, Sai Sudarshan. Not a lot of experience there. So I want to see how the young guns stack up against this young sensational talent. So quite a few good things to look up to for the next 5 games. Hoping for
Super.
some close nail biters.
Bidhu?
Yeah, I just scanned the score and I think KKR again scored 272. I don't know what's with this T20 and 270s. So I think if KKR win today, so the myth of home teams winning will actually be broken because Mumbai got lost and RCB lost at home, but I don't think these results count because anywhere they would have lost. So I think if KKR win today, so I think the myth of home ground will be finally broken in this edition. So that's the first thing I look forward. Second is again Parag. I think if finally one more, he has a chance to extend his run of form with the bowlers that RCB is going to bring. I think he has one more chance of adding to his 50 list.
Excellent. Superb. And I think like Sanskar mentioned, I look forward to Mayank Yadav to see if he's really consistent. Look forward to Rian to see if he's genuinely the new. I think to be honest, Rian Parag was forced into. He was like a balancing figure in Rajasthan Royals before. Now there's a defined role for him, and I think he's really relishing it really, really well. I look forward to opening the batting next for Rajasthan Royals because he's climbing up the ladder rather quickly in terms of the batting order. Who knows if Yashasvi Jaiswal fails once more or Butler fails one more? Ashwin may fill the shoes of an opener as well, for all you care. And yeah, it's going to be an exciting week. For some reason, it's called the rivalry week next week. I don't know why this week is not a rivalry week. Things that Star Sports and Geo do to promote their promote IPL each week. It is phenomenal, and it kind of hit a fatigue. But yeah, the action has been quite enthralling. This IPL seems to be like you really don't know which is going to win on a day. And like Bidhu mentioned, home advantage seems to be wearing off as well. So it's going to be a super, super week ahead in IPL. And on that note, thank you, Bidhu, Sanskar, and Aditya for joining today. And it's been a pleasure hosting the show after a while. And I look forward to more episodes and more IPL and more of Toast the Toss. Thanks to all those who have tuned into the show and look forward to you subscribing, commenting, liking, and watching this again as we go ahead. Thank you so much, gentlemen.